Is this best one of the year for the Lynx?
You said best one of the year?
Yeah.
Probably start to finish. That might be true. Yeah. I thought our starters were incredibly locked in, and then even, bench minutes. We went a little longer. To kind of give them a little bit more time to grow, and I think that's probably fair. For sure, from a rebounding standpoint, that hasn't happened this season. So it must have been the rebounding drills we were doing in shoot around that helped.
You mentioned before the game, if you could hold Asia to 20, but nobody else really do any damage, it'd be a great night for the Lynx. It looks like mission accomplished. And how did that happen?
Yeah. I thought our defense was pretty active. I thought the scout was terrific. That was Tebow. So we were locked into the actions and the personnel. The only player I don't think we did a very good job on was Evans. I thought she was running around free. We didn't control her very well, but I think they played the schemes well. Our activity, I thought we were hard to play against.
On rebounding specifically in the fourth quarter, Coach, you more than doubled them up, 15-7 in the period, and Jess out-rebounded the Aces on her own with 9 fourth-quarter rebounds. Just the bench, effort, how pleased were you with the way, they played while they're in there tonight?
Yeah, rebounding was on our minds, led by Jess. I like when Jess is really greedy and is in there fighting for every rebound. And, she was a great leader for us tonight, with both groups. And her effort is contagious. And like you said, that fourth quarter, continuing to rebound and valuing that was really important to the team, and you could tell.
Fourth or fifth game in a row now where we see Bridget around 7+ field goal attempts, getting 5 from behind the arc. Is this kind of the ideal offensive night you want to see out of BC?
Yeah, for sure. BC was making hustle plays and generating even more offense off of free throws, et cetera. We still have a goal for her to, she's got to get double-figure shot attempts. So that's the goal each night, and that's only 2 shots a quarter. I think that's gettable for her. So just her shift of mindset, there's no question that's been helpful to the team.
And Fee looked great again tonight, but just noticed the sleeve on her left shoulder. Did she, mention any kind of shoulder discomfort thing to you, or is that just kind of a precaution? For her?
So the last game, I forget who we played, Chicago. She had a moment early in the game that was uncomfortable for her, and so I think that's what you saw, the wrap or whatever she had on. Yeah, it just makes her feel a little better.
Obviously Courtney Williams making shots is going to be a big change,
Mm-hmm.
but when she's playing this aggressive, where she's really looking for that 3 ball and really hunting that mid-range, just how different does this team play on offense when she's really looking for it?
Yeah, that's the name of the game. When Courtney plays like this, I just, it's hard for us to lose when she's so good in pick and roll, and like you said, finding her shots, making her shots, and then when they changed their coverage and went a little more switching to try to contain her a little bit better, she's just unbelievable passer in pick and roll, and she found easy baskets for the bigs who were appropriately rolling, timing wise, et cetera. So Courtney in anything pick and roll was just really, really good today.
And then Lan only plays 18 and a half minutes or so. Just how important is that to give your bigs that kind of get a lot of bumps and bruises rest nights like this?
No, I think they'll tell you that's a welcome thing for them. Any chance we get to, and also I think to give Jess, the time that she deserved. So I think, that's obviously a benefit to, be able to have the depth that we do in the post.
Cheryl, Collier's only listed as an inch shorter than Wilson, but it doesn't look that way. She did a fantastic job of staying in front of her.
She did. That was a tough assignment, right, for anybody to be guarding Asia. She's obviously she's 6'5". It's funny that she's that Fee is listed more than 6'1". Because Diamond is 2 inches taller than her. Diamond is 6'3". So, but Fee's defense, she really grew last year, as we know, Defensive Player of the Year. And she's been really, really impactful in her one-on-one away from the basket. And that's where I thought she was effective in, making it more difficult when it was her assignment for Asia to get to any real sweet spots. And she was terrific, and bummer she didn't get to that the double double. She had 7 rebounds at half, but her one-on-one defense, her switching, so Fee was terrific.
And then tonight, 38 free throw attempts, including 13 of them from Fee. Could you just talk about the ability to get to the line tonight?
Yeah. The free throw attempt rate, that's a high number. Obviously, I know Vegas isn't going to be happy about that when they see it. I thought our pace and our movement and activity in the paint. I mean, the stuff that was happening on offense in front of us, there were absolutely there were fouls. So I appreciated our aggression. We told them we could be in the paint, and we wanted to be. We watched our first game, and the edit that we watched. Every time the ball was in the paint, we were feeble, and we miss. And so that was a concerted effort by our group to be much better and stronger and at least get to the foul line in the paint. And we want 3-point plays. I think Ola might have been the only 3-point play that we got. But we were considerably better this game in the paint than what we were the first game.
On the point of being, tough to play against, anytime you look at a box score and you see Jewel Lloyd 0 for 10, you kind of, stop and do a double take. But just how pleased were you with the way you were able to, contest shots and make it difficult for, their offense to get any kind of, good looks out there?
Yeah, I thought Jewel had some open shots, shots that you certainly don't want to give her again, the next time we play them. I thought our rotations were okay. I thought our on-ball, I thought our gap defense was good, but I didn't know if our next defender was as good as we needed it to be. I thought they were finding, some of the shooters, and rotation was a little bit late. But overall, again, I thought that we were locked in on, locations that we didn't want them to be, and we were, really diligent as a group in that area. And I think something you're not going to see very often is what the stat that you said about Jewel Lloyd. I mean, that's not going to happen very often. I don't know that it was all us.
Still contend this is a better team than the one Las Vegas. I thought that was an easy question to answer.
This team now?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Like a lot better.
And just overall record, holding teams under
another
40%.
Opponent below 40, 175-9 since 2011 when we hold our opponents below 40% shooting. And the team doesn't get as excited as we all do here in this but it never gets old for me. Thanks, everybody.